Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Community Remix. I know I said I was gonna do just a week of it. I want to do more than a week of it. I ran into this, interesting situation where, as I finished doing the Week Of series, people were like, I want to see more. Why wouldn't you just make your vanilla series into a Community Remix series? Because it doesn't change the game that much. It's just a lot of people see Community Remix as, an improvement or a refinement of, Spider-Mod or of Wrath of the Lamb or what have you. This damage doesn't really matter too much for a Deal with the Devil situation. And I kind of get that, but at the same time, when I play Community Remix, I feel this pressure to, really go hard for new items. Which I like because I think it aggressively allows me to see the new items in the game. And maybe Community Remix will replace Vanilla Isaac, I don't know. We're going to stick with Spoonbender, though, because that item is already fairly decent, I think. And we will blow this up as well and maybe find our way into the secret room. But yeah, at the very least, I wanted to play more Community Remix, and we'll decide how I want to deal with the series later. So this is going to end up being a week and a bit of Isaac Community Remix, I suppose. Not merely the week of that I originally anticipated that it would be. Which I hope you don't mind. I know some people are going to be burned out. There's going to be, so much Isaac content on the channel. And occasionally I get people that are like, why do you make so much Isaac? You should make less Isaac. And I'm like, well, you don't have to watch it. That's okay. No skin off my... If you stop watching it, and you don't like it, then that's fine. Then I'll eventually be like, man, maybe people don't actually want to see Isaac, but it seems like there's a silent majority that very much, and sometimes a vocal majority that wanted to see a lot more Isaac and a lot more Community Remix. I am more than happy to fulfill that niche as I continue to somehow get, renewed love and vigor for Isaac in advance of the release of Rebirth, which I'm very excited for. Obviously, we've seen most of the items in Community Remix that have been added. Not all. I'm very much hoping that I have the opportunity to pick up Ludovico technique or the opportunity to become Loki, which seems much, much easier. We just need Loki's horns, which is not a common drop, but it's not exceptionally rare. And we would need the Mark as well, which is, again, a pretty common one. Not always, but those Spirit Hearts will give me a very good chance of getting a deal with the devil on the next run. On the next floor, I should say. So there is another treasure chest in here. I'm going to save our bomb instead of opening that treasure chest for the chance to get to the secret room on the next floor and maybe bomb our way into some special room and save a key or something like that. I hope I explained myself adequately with the whole Community Remix stuff that I was talking about. Basically, TLDR, more Isaac. And I'm going to keep the series separate. If you're going to say, hey, shouldn't the Community Remix series replace the Vanilla series? Well, just enjoy having two Isaacs right now if you like them. And if you don't like them, you can feel free to choose which one you want to watch on a day-to-day basis. For me, the Vanilla stuff is entirely focused on trying to win, and the Community Remix stuff is entirely focused on trying to have, it's a learning experience, Get some new information about the game and whatnot. Okay, seriously, I'm going to need you to die. I can't quite get the velocity on those hook shots that I wanted to. Now, this is, potentially, I think you can make an argument that the Cellar 2 or the Basement 2, the second floor of the game, is the most important floor of the game. I honestly think that you can make a pretty good case for that. It sets the tone for how things are going to go. An early deal with the devil can make such a big difference. The rich get richer, the strong get stronger. You get that early deal with the devil. Your life becomes easier for the rest of the game. You're more likely to get more deals with the devil in the future. And of course, it would be awesome to get a good item room as well. Especially if that item room contained, say, the Ludovico technique. Ludovico, whatever. Just get used to it. I mispronounce things. I really can't afford to take anything but the Miter in this situation. I can't afford to reroll the Miter. It's okay. We've taken some good items out of the rotation, which we'll put more bad items in, reroll those into Community Remix items, who knows. But for now, I'm more than thrilled with the way things are going. 2 bombs will give us a very good opportunity. Oh, please destroy them, thank you. 2 bombs will give us a very good opportunity to find the secret room or damage this boss early so we don't take damage ourselves. Ooh, well, we don't really want to use bombs against Gertie Jr. I have a fairly good method for fighting single Gertie Jr., aka slow Gertie Jr., this early on in the game. This is not... Yeah, it took damage there. My method has completely fallen apart. I've taken 1.5 Spirit Hearts worth of damage. Should have been 2, honestly. We won't take Red Heart damage. We can take Solace and that. We'd have to get hit a lot more. The problem is I actually want Gertie Jr. to be a little closer to me than it's choosing to be. Stop summoning flies and just start attacking me, and this would be a lot easier. This is, one of the most difficult drops in terms of bosses that you can actually encounter at this point in the game. But luckily we had way too many Spirit Hearts, way more than you would ever expect backing me up. Alright, so we just want to stay at like a relatively parallel angle with Gertie Jr. We did get our deal with the devil, and I'm going to pick up the HP upgrade. Bad fight, but that's okay. Let's see what we got in here. So one of those is Blood Oath. If I'd lost just a little bit less HP, I totally could have picked that up. You know what? Let's pick up Guppy's head. Use it, might as well, and then re-roll it. It's basically free Guppy's head, and we re-rolled it into Guppy's paw, which is kind of what I was hoping for, so I could then do this and pick up the mark. Yeah, so it's a bit of a funky trip there, but we are now 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. We got one of the items we need for a Loki transformation, and, well, our HP is not fantastic, but we're still alive, aren't we? So, we'll place a bomb down here, maybe get small rock, no? I felt okay about using a key there. It gave us a bomb and a penny back, which is not great, but we will be looking for a secret room on this floor. And I will be blowing up this tinted rock as well, because we got a bomb back from our last one. That gave us another spirit heart, which is probably pretty important here. Very, you know, not community remix-ish run here thus far, except the Blood Oath did show up. I wish I could have just re-rolled Guppy's head, gotten Guppy's paw, and then taken Blood Oath, but obviously that's, of course, an impossibility. But, you know, truth be told, maybe the mark is better than Blood Oath, and it does give us that Loki chance. We got a high chance to become low-key. That is probably one of the worst jokes of all time. I really do think Blood Oath is an item that fits in fantastically in Isaac, and really, like, good value for a deal with the devil. It's a nice choice, I think. And we have 3 bombs and 3 possible areas to find the secret room. It adds up. I'd rather only use 1 if possible, and there we go. We find not quite enough money to make our shop worthwhile, in all likelihood. So, I think we're just going to leave and head down to the next floor. Good floor for us. Really improved our damage. 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. Plenty of spirit hearts to keep us alive, and with only 1 red heart is actually kind of like a good thing right now, because if we get 9 lives, then we don't end up losing any HP in the process. Although, if it's a 2-heart deal for 9 lives, then, oh, come on. If it's a 2-heart deal for 9 lives, then we would end up losing all our spirit hearts, I think. Did I just actually articulate how a deal with the devil would go in a couple of different situations with respect to 9 lives? I think, dare I say it, I might be learning a little bit about the Binding of Isaac. I never thought it would happen, but here we are. Now it's even harder to count how many episodes we are because of all the side series and bonus stuff, but that's okay. I was hoping it wouldn't be Pestilence, and we did get our wish. I think we should have a very good chance of getting a deal with the devil here, and considering we'll have a reroll available as well, I think that gives us a very good chance of becoming the Gupster, which I would be thrilled with, considering that our damage would be amazing. Like, we haven't really had much in the way of damage upgrades except for the mark, but the mark is good enough in and of itself. Combine that with the ability to create flies, and we'd be sitting pretty. Plus homing tiers, so, you know, our shots would be that much more likely to actually do damage by hitting, which is great. 3 little fistula parts remaining. This is now easier than your average room on the caves. We even got a spirit heart back, and there's our deal with the devil. I think we pick it up just in case there's 2 deals we want to take. So Mom's Knife is so good. How could I not take it? But do I have to re-roll? I think I'm going to re-roll them. Okay, so it was a bad decision to re-roll them. But at the same time, I don't really want Mom's Knife. I want to become Guppy. So I don't feel too salty about that. And Spirit of the Night, I think there was a chance it could have killed me. So that was my decision-making process there. I really wanted to double down on this Guppy situation, since we've already gone through with it. Although I will admit that Mom's Knife is the proper choice from a, like, do you want to win the game standpoint. But that's okay. We had Mom's Knife on a very recent run. Even I get sick of Mom's Knife sometimes. So we can save a key by bombing our way into the shop. Seems smart considering I don't have the money yet. We don't want Blue Candle. Well, maybe we do, but we want to re-roll it and maybe get a passive item instead. Maybe Champion's Belt. Get that extra damage, more consumable drops from Champions. I've mentioned it before, but I really think Champion's Belt is a really fitting item in Isaac as well. Or in Community Remix, I guess I should say. So now that we've picked up a little bit of HP, it doesn't hurt to pick up more, I suppose. The important thing to note is just, you know, when we pick up 9 lives, we might as well pick up other deals with the devil before it in order to give ourselves not so much HP loss, I guess. Doesn't really matter if we pick up that spirit heart yet. So I'm going to go to the curse room first. See if we get a guppy item. We don't, but we get some pills. Please don't be telepills. Shot speed down is fine. And puberty is what it is, which is, you know, not very good, but that's okay. So we get the coin purse. We're gonna buy that red hearts there. I don't know if we'll get another reroll, so I think we'll probably end up buying the coin purse. And I still prefer to have coin purse than blue candle, because we want to keep our D6, no question about it. We'll just see if we get another reroll here. It's looking very, very unlikely. And I don't love the thought of buying the coin purse, but I could be persuaded if we end up getting like a Luckfoot or a PhD in this other room. Or Loki's horns. I have no idea what becoming Loki actually entails, so I would be interested to see what kind of possible, you know, repercussions we would find as a result of that. Let's come up here, and yeah, you know what? I'll open that golden chest. A bomb and a key could pay out nicely for us here. Give us some money and an extra bomb. Well, that's unfortunate. Crack the Sky is pretty terrible. I'll still feel pretty good about this floor if I can at least get a blood bag or an IV bag. Might as well get our HP down here first. But again, we should have a good chance at a deal with the devil on the next floor as well. I just, I wish this deal with the devil had panned out maybe a little bit better. I don't think there's any way to, like, induce the game to be more likely to give us Loki's horns. And I also don't know if you could become two different things on the same run. So I don't know if you could become Guppy and Loki on the same run. But, obviously I'm hoping that that's the case. Because I'm definitely not going to shy away from becoming Guppy. So these are new. One is a shot speed downgrade, isn't it? Okay, let's try this one. I found pills is not meaningful for us. We did get one shot speed downgrade. That's not really worth 15 cents. Shot speed downgrade and friends till the end. I would say not totally worth the money that we invested. So I think we don't play the blood bank, even though we could have bought a spirit heart and then played the blood bank twice and maybe made our money back, or maybe gotten blood bag, or maybe both. I think it's time for us to just be a little safer and leave the floor. Caves Part 2 is A-okay by me. Hopefully we get enough money to make the shop on this floor worthwhile, because the last floor, and you know, we got a shot speed downgrade. If we end up fighting Krampus, which is totally possible, that will be nice, I guess, but umbilical cord actually should work for us, right? Because we have a half red heart right now? I guess not. You have to have, like, universally just half of an HP, which makes umbilical cord even worse than I thought it was to begin with. I thought it worked kind of like, you know, the way permanent Polaroid invincibility worked, but apparently not. Apparently you have to be even weaker for umbilical cord to give you a familiar for one room. Lovely. What a terrible trinket. Yeah, we'll go to our curse room right away. There's our secret room. That's nothing. I'd rather just use a bomb to go into our secret room, to be honest, than take more spirit heart damage, because we definitely do want to protect our HP. Unicorn horn. That's a reroll. Dad's key. Also pretty terrible. But if there's a boss trap room, well, if there's a boss trap room, we can already go to it. Regardless, we have a chance to get a reroll there. Right now, the only difference between this run and your average run, I guess, is different music. But that's okay. Maybe we'll experience something different as time goes on. Let's also check out our shop. Our shop contains a very cheap key and a ladder, which will be the main target of our rerolls as opposed to that secret room. But first things first, we have to get 2/3 of a reroll charge to be able to use on a possible deal with the devil. If we become Guppy, all is forgiven on this run. Yeah. I was going to say, well, we know our shop isn't going to have a mini-boss now that we're fighting Envy. Sometimes I can be a little bit dense or daft or a cheesehead. I'm trying to think of some other insults. I can't. I'm a nice person for the most part. Whenever I have to come up with like fake insults, I'm like, yeah, this guy was being like really rude. He was like, hey, you jerk, stop being such a melon baller. And then people are like, are you from like the 1910s? Which is pretty fucked up that we think of the 1910s as like the area of antiquated insults. People were, you know, spend 40% of that decade, you know, killing each other in Europe and beyond. Anyway, I'm not trying to bring up some bad memories. I know World War I is still relatively recent history. Just kind of, you think and you're like, oh man, things were so nice back in the, you know, back in the 30s. You know, sort of, I guess. Now, we are, you know, Larry Jr. Golden Chest Room. It's a common one. Didn't expect that Spirit Heart drop, so I'm psyched about that, but, doesn't really give us any immediate benefit, which is kind of how I felt about a lot of this run so far. Lots of planning for the future, not a whole lot of immediate benefits thus far, but that's okay. Hopefully, we managed to get ourselves the opportunity to get another deal with the devil here. Maybe we get like a squeezy on this boss fight? No, this is perfect D12 territory. By the way, I checked on Spider-Mod. I was like, maybe I'll just do a run where I give myself the Ludovico technique, or Ludovido technique, whatever. Spider-Mod, at least this version of it, doesn't appear to have the ability to give those items, so unless I missed it or they're hidden in some kind of like secret pool somewhere that I didn't see, I think you just gotta kind of find them naturally in the wild, which is a little unfortunate for challenge runs. I've seen people do like Ludovico runs, but I think they might have actually just picked it up and then recorded the video as opposed to, you know, setting up the conditions in advance. Or maybe they're just, you know, much more technically sound than me, which allows them to edit the files or something. I have no idea, let's be honest here. I just play the games not to sound, you know, out of touch. Whenever I go to like a media event and people are like, how do you set up your audio? I'm like, dude, I just talk. I am, quote-unquote, the talent, and I use that word very, very loosely. But, I spit bullshit into the microphone, god damn it, and make people laugh. I need smart people around me to make this whole operation work. I rely on that, otherwise, it's a disaster, because I can't do anything technically minded myself. If you need me to crack jokes and keep morale high while you're fixing something, maybe I'm your man, but, well, actually, we can use Dad's Key here. I never thought it would happen, but if we don't want a reroll, we could have an arcade on this floor, so I should hold off on that whole Dad's Key situation. But we could theoretically give ourselves free access into that boss trap room, and we're not going to get another reroll. So weirdly enough, that's totally like the right decision here. Well, we've found it, folks. It took a community remix video to make it happen, but Dad's Key is not literally worthless in this kind of style. And we get pills. Pills do bad things. Well, not terrible things, I guess. Shot speed up is not so bad. I really wish I could, I could hurt myself a lot to get into that boss trap room and get a reroll out of it, but this floor is looking like, oh, you know what? I actually can't do this. Because if I do this, I could get Dad's Key, go into the boss trap room, fight for it, but I don't have another bomb to get out of it. And I think there's only a key for sale in our shop. I almost lost the D6 for Dad's Key. That would have been a disaster. Are we actually going to get nothing on this floor? We could buy the Steam sale. Oh, there was a bomb for sale. We totally could have done it. Well, you know, we bomb and a key. I think we just buy the key and move on. Our item room sucked. Boss trap room we couldn't go to. A bit of a flub on my part, but it was a tight situation. No deal with the devil. Item room and shop sucked. Mini boss didn't give us an attack fly, so it's down to the next floor. Wow, that's unfortunate. I assumed that, you know, I like going to the shop early so we can use rerolls. I assumed we'd get enough money to make it work for us when we're at 12 cents. And we are fighting greed. Greed will die. Hopefully he drops the Steam sale, gives us a chance to reroll that into something better. Maybe we can get 2 shop items over the course of this run if we get very, very lucky. Otherwise, yeah, just cash. That's fine too. We're up to 21 cents, which certainly should make the next shop worthwhile. And yeah, this floor, we're getting into the danger zone here with respect to, yeah, this is terrible. We're getting into the danger zone here with respect to being able to get guppy items. This is another room where, well, first off, I almost wish I bought the ladder for this room alone, but it's another room that I hope is reworked a little bit for Rebirth. It is possible to dodge all these shots. It's just not very nice. That's as strict as my insults get. Alright, nothing here. Kind of just bum rushing the boss room as quickly as possible so that I, again, have hopefully the best possible chance of getting a deal with the devil. Still don't totally understand deals with the devil, because I would have thought that I'd have a 100% chance or 135% chance to get one. But I see posts like that on the subreddit sometimes. People like do the daily challenge and they'll be like, well, I had a 135% chance to get a deal with the devil on this floor, but I didn't get one. And that makes me think like, you know, doesn't really seem like it's a 135% chance then, does it? I'm just regurgitating information I've been told. But I'm the guy who's starting to question it because, because, you know, it's not really 135%. I guess it's a 135% chance based on the code of the game rather than a 135% chance based on, you know, data taken from several runs or something like that, which makes a great deal of sense. Now, taking a lot of damage. Not really thrilled about it, but it is Necropolis. That is something that is wont to happen. We're fighting the Fallen. So obviously, what I'm hoping for here is your classic, you know, 3 deal with the devil items. You get a Fallen, you get a deal with the devil, and you re-roll the shittiest ones. But if he would just give me Guppy's tail, and then we could go into a deal with the devil, and maybe get Brimstone. I don't even want Brimstone. I already passed up Mom's knife. But still, okay, we took some damage. That was dumb. But, you know, taking a little bit of damage against Fallen is probably mostly the norm. We do have the speed necessary to do this. Probably because we picked up the mark earlier, so... Oh, that was very close. We did get a deal with the devil, and we got technology. I'll be taking technology. There's no question about that. Even though it is a slight damage downgrade. There's technology in here too? Are you effing me? Reroll, I get the pact. Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it if for nothing else than the spirit hearts, but we'll certainly be taking technology. Yeah, we're shooting very quickly. Our homing tiers are now worthless, of course, but that's okay. If we end up becoming Guppy or getting the mulligan, they're both, I guess, as likely as the other right now, then this will end up being pretty huge for us because it will be spawning flies like crazy. So there's our secret room. It's a darn shame we don't have an extra bomb. Because if we did have an extra bomb, ooh, we could pretty easily bomb our way into the item room from here. Instead, we just have some money, which doesn't do very much for us at all. Our item rooms have not been amazing for us, but, you know, probably would be on this floor just because I can't access it. That's the way it seems to go sometimes. Oh, come on. Can technology actually just not break golden poops? Because you're not leaving me with very much space on this room. I can't get out. Blow them up, please. Oh my god. This is a disaster. And this is not Community Remix's fault. This is just me, well, A, being bad, but also finding myself in some very complicated situations here. We can't even open that. We don't even have Guppy's tail. Why are there so many golden chests? How do we run out of keys so quickly? And you're dead. And you're dead. Thank God I picked up the pact, sort of. We do only have 2 spirit hearts left, but I would have had more red hearts if I hadn't done it that way. Sure. Shot speed downgrade. Don't know how that is, how that affects or is affected by technology, but here we are. Technology kind of just like a shittier Brimstone right now. But that's okay. We didn't give up red hearts to get it. It's not doing so badly. And we're almost done with this. Even though it's going to cost us a full spirit heart, we have to go to that curse room because becoming Guppy is so important. 9 lives even at this point is just basically like a straight upgrade over what we already have going on here. Hopefully we get one more bomb or a key on that other room, and that allows us to gain access to our item room, and the item room has, like, I don't know, super bandage or something in it. Well... okay. Can't access that as much as I would love to. This room should be relatively easy because we have infinite range. And bomb or a key. Bomb or a key. Bomb! Oh, that's fine. Yeah, our speed is high enough. Should be able to escape without taking any damage. Alright, well, I am still going to go to the curse room even though it's going to put us at half a spirit heart. That's probably my least favorite thing about Community Remix, is those rooms that, or those red chests that now just open into nothing. I don't know if red chests necessarily needed a rebalancing to make them even worse than they already are. I mean, yes, sometimes they give you great items, allow you to become Guppy, but also, sometimes they, give you troll bombs or spiders or something like that. Sweet! Okay, so we at least got 5 extra bombs. They're poison bombs. It's nice. We're in a very, very unenviable position here as we head down to what has got to be the depths part 2. Oh, Jesus, it's Necropolis. Okay. Well, this creates a whole host of problems for us. Like, one room at this point could take us out. And that is very scary. But because I only have one red heart total, if I can just get down to this boss trap room, we stand a pretty good chance to double our HP down there. Don't turn. Thank you. It's like a zombie television show or something. Just need them all to line up, and then I can take them out. We're so close to getting into this boss trap room. We'll have a reroll ready for it. Don't do me dirty. This is a relatively easy room for our current situation. If you're not going to kill, at least wound. Oh, that's bad. That was dumb. Oh, man, our boss trap room is actually much further away than I thought it was. Great! So we're in a situation where one hit could theoretically kill us. We get the shears. Lovely. Abel. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's something to write home about for sure. Not all enemies will kill us in one hit. Several would, though. Boss trap room still getting close. Come on, give me a spirit heart or something. Like, for example, some of these red nubs could kill us in one hit. And the green nub, of course, as well. Boss trap room is right here. I don't know if I could ask for a better room prior to this boss trap room. This is probably one of the easiest rooms we could get at this point. Oh, thank God. Please be an HP upgrade in here. If not, it's a long way to the shop. Alright, so there's an HP upgrade. We have to take it. Is this where we start, you know, building our magnum opus? That's alright. I'm okay with that damage. We're still now 2 hits away from death, so it was still definitely the right choice to come in here. Alright. Now, Peep. Nothing to fuck with. Can be super annoying. Oh, we should have rerolled the item room item before we came in here, but I had such a singular focus on actually making it to the boss trap room before dying. It's alright. We can make this work. If we make it through this floor, you never know. Deal with the devil on the next floor. Become Guppy. Guppy plus technology is a winning combo, says Game Hero. Alright, more bombs. I'm really hoping that we can go to the shop here. I mean, it's right there. We can be pretty confident of where its location is, like just 2 rooms away. But I don't have any keys, and without any keys, that's going to be a little bit of a tough sell. Please be good. Alright, I almost picked up Attack Fly. That should tell you how much I like Attack Fly. I like Attack Fly. But, in this situation, we need to go for broke, or we need something that can keep us alive a little longer. So we need like a Polyphemus, or any HP upgrade. And that was neither. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to get stuck in the middle. There you go, just phase into de-existence. Okay. Good plays there to get in here. But I do, I need a key to show up, like, right now, if I'm to go to this shop. Please work with me. We're so lucky that we've had some of the easiest, thank you. Yeah, I do want Champion's Belt, actually. And I'll buy the Spirit Heart as well. And I'll buy the Tarot card in case it allows us to do what we're just gonna do right now, which is fight the boss and maybe get a deal with the devil afterwards. Regular version of Mom. I didn't expect to be fighting the boss this quickly, but, you know, the D6 is lined up and everything appears to be going according to plan here. Champion's Belt, of course, is a damage upgrade that comes with what looks like a negative, which is that it spawns more champions, but is actually kind of like, you know, a bit of a balance, you know? It gives you more champions, but more champions give you more consumables, and I think it's usually a worthwhile trade. Champions typically have a little bit more HP, but they also have a greater chance, or a guaranteed chance in every case, I think, actually, to give you a drop. And if I end up getting a 9 lives deal with the devil to become Guppy right now, I would actually be, like, singing the praises of these last few rooms to the fucking heavens. Wow, that was really good. I don't want to reroll Polaroid yet, but I also don't necessarily want to take Polaroid, because I don't know if we can afford to take Polaroid right now, if that makes sense. I would rather have the HP than have Polaroid. I know that's like it's a higher risk maneuver than it probably looks like, because, you know, Polaroid is like, oh, it doesn't do anything for you. Except when it does, then it can maybe win you the game by itself. So, it was a big loss to get rid of the Polaroid, but I think I had to... I'm in the position, I'm in the poor get poorer position, where because I'm, not in a good position, I have to spend more money on worse shit just to kind of get myself up to the level of where I need to be for this game, I can't save up money for a great pair of boots. I just have to have a pair of shoes for tomorrow, but I don't have the money to buy a good pair, so I buy a shitty pair and end up having to buy, twice as many pairs as a result. End up spending more money. Oh, we gotta leave. Which is fine, we don't need to go back there. It's just money that we don't need, or that we don't need because we don't need to spend it. So, we do have the compass. Don't we? Yeah, we do. We definitely want to reroll Attack Fly. Oh, fuck this room. No, you don't understand. Fuck this room. Actually, if I can get out of this without losing red hearts, I'll be very, very happy with myself. Good. We're not going to get any more rerolls, man. I think we are totally screwed for the remainder of this run, unless we get a super lucky deal with the devil on the next floor. But it is also worth noting... Sure, that's actually very good at this point. It is also worth noting that we did get at least one new community remix mod. Or item, I should say, in the form of the champion's belt. Which, if I had to slot, like, the champion belt into, like, a tier for shop items, I think it's in the same tier as, like, Mom's coin purse in most situations. Which is to say... I got freaked out for a second because I didn't have the floor. No, we don't have the compass? Why did I see where all the rooms were on that floor? That was weird. Oh, that was not good. Which is to say that probably like half of the time you see it, it's worth re-rolling if you have the chance to get something better. But if you don't have a choice, then I think it's worth buying. Especially, it might even be a little bit better than Mom's coin purse in that respect, because it's 15 cents for a damage upgrade that will also drop more consumables, which I think is a pretty good item. So maybe it's like, it's in its own tier. Or maybe it's kind of like at the batteries level, which I think is a little bit better than Mom's coin purse. Obviously, there's situations where Mom's coin purse is much better. If you have a really good rotation, or you have a PhD or Luckfoot, then Mom's coin purse might be one of the best items you can get on the shop. But in most situations, I think the champion's belt, at least from what I've played so far, seems to fall somewhere around that level. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Not a must-buy, but a nice item when it shows up. And if you don't have many rerolls, I think it's oftentimes wisest to take it. So we've got a lot of spirit hearts here. This is great news. I'm, of course, hoping that we'll be able to snag a deal with the devil on this floor. And if we are, man, a guppy item would be so useful. I don't know how Lump of Coal works with technology. I assume it just gets no damage bonus because the shots travel nearly instantly. Very happy with the enemies we're dealing with. But I think we're in a situation where we're good against some enemies, but very bad against high HP single target foes. Like, I think against, like, Blue Baby and Isaac, we're super weak. Technology does carry, like, a damage penalty with it as well, which is, fairly balanced, I'd say, considering it allows you to hit all enemies. It gives you, like, infinite range and piercing shots. But is a little bit cumbersome for those other boss fights. I really thought, considering our second deal with the devil gave us 2/3 of the trip to becoming Guppy, I really would have thought that we'd have a much better chance. But this is our, not last chance, but we're closing in on our last chance. Very shortly. If this floor doesn't work out for us, it's only curse rooms, and I don't really like going to curse rooms at this point in the game. Costs you a little bit too much for the average payout, but we don't need an average payout, we need an exceptional payout. So, an exceptional cost for an exceptional payout is totally fair. I really thought that I was going to end up taking damage there. It really feels like Gemini is built around this, like, 2 Gemini room. 1 Gemini is so easy when it goes through that, like, walking break. 2 Geminis, the walking break throws you, like, completely off. Because they end up being out of sync with one another. Well, I hope I don't have to come back through that room, because I'm not totally sure I have the speed... Oh, that's bad. Not totally sure I have the speed necessary to get through that homing bomb. Do we know what that pill is? Oh, F. These are both champions, which is why they're still alive after so many shots. Half red heart. Live bomb. Beautiful. Oh, it's a shot speed up, which is meaningless, I would say, for us at this point. Okay. I got lucky to get out of there. I don't know how I killed the doppelganger so quickly. I guess because the technology shots go instantly, then I just killed him without even really noticing what was happening. Thank God for more spirit hearts, because I have lost a lot on this floor. And there we go. Alright, so we don't have to go back into homing room, which is nice. We might be missing out on an arcade or a library or something on this floor. Big whoop. Lots of them are dropping spirit hearts. I mean, I did pick up the miter earlier. That explains that. Okay, this is very important. It's death. I'm very happy to be getting a second level cube of meat. I don't know why I keep wanting to say second level Cuba Gooding Jr. I don't even know what a second level Cuba Gooding Jr. would be. That would be like his performance in the Fighting Temptations instead of like Jerry Maguire or, you know, Men of Honor or something like that. Please don't spawn any more bomb flies, my friend. I need you to be deceased. Alright, got lucky there. They're all dropping pennies. It's very unlikely to be meaningful for me, but it's nice, I suppose, that they exist. You didn't blow up? I guess the horse can't interact with those bomb flies, which is, let's be honest, straight up horse manure. It's bad damage, but that's okay. Alright. No knockback, right? Yeah, no knockback. Means I can afford to stand in the line of fire here. Clint Eastwood style. Just take him out, hopefully, on this pass. Hey, lucky me. No deal with the devil. That makes me very, very sad as we head down to the next floor with only a second level cube of meat to show for our troubles there. So this is the end, my friend. My only endy. My only friend. The end. I can't, you know, I don't listen to the Doors. I'm not trying to be a poser. I knew it was a reference that made sense contextually. If you listen to the Doors, I'm not trying to say the Doors are shitty. I just don't listen to them, okay? It's not, I don't mean anything by it. I'm always skeptical of how to actually, like, handle this. That was good. Yeah. Great job. Come on. There we go. It's one of our last chances to actually become Guppy, so I have to take it. And I know, oh, we don't have the Polaroid actually, so we don't have to worry about that bullshit, like, it'll take spirit hearts from us situation here. Speed upgrade. Well, it's a reroll pedestal, isn't it? It's important. Mom's bra. Not very useful on this room. Well, the fact that we've stayed alive this long is, well, it's a surprise, isn't it? Mostly, perhaps exclusively even, due to the fact that we have, Miter plus Champion's Belt, which is leading to a staggering amount of Spirit Heart drops. Also a staggering amount of single pennies, which, less useful, I think you could be, fair to say. If you could somehow just reroll into Guppy's tail, then I would love this run forever. Or if it could have just given me that in the first place, I guess that would have been even nicer. Since when does Demon Judgment give you, you know, roid rage or growth hormones, whatever one that is? Green syringe, as I know it. Okay, come on, get crushed. Now, we've probably made it work on worse runs than this, and to an extent, I will be happy just to beat Mom's heart, but I won't be happiest to just beat Mom's heart. We're gonna have to do a little better than that to make this work in totality. Blood Rights is not gonna do it. Let's move along here. I'm really hoping for a curse room, but at the same time, oh, that's worth it. I can't really afford to explore looking for a curse room because I'll lose too many spirit hearts. Or maybe gain a bunch of spirit hearts because of the Champion's Belt Miter synergy. Well, it doesn't look like we'll be rerolling Blood Rights again. Also, how did that dude explode a bomb right in his own face but not explode? If I use poison bombs, it would kill him. Has he built an immunity to his own kind of poison? Not just his own kind of poison, but his own kind of explosive as well. I call malarkey on that. That is Sweet malarkey. I don't know what that really means, to be honest with you. We should be able to get through Mom's Heart pretty effectively. I wasn't being facetious, by the way. I consider beating Mom's Heart on this run to be somewhat of an accomplishment, considering how low we got on Necropolis. I was starting to get reasonably confident we would be dead by the end of Necropolis. So to still be alive right now and to have a pretty good chance of at least making it to the Cathedral is amazing. I'm amazed, but I do worry that there's basically no possible victory for us. But man, imagine how much damage we would be dealing if we had just gotten one more guppy item somehow. The Spirit Hearts are great, don't get me wrong. Oh, I stepped on the creep. And the Spirit Hearts continue to be great, although I would love to save bombs at this point, but I guess I shouldn't complain. The HP is probably more important. I know I left Blood Rights back there. I want to keep the D6, obviously, and I didn't want to go to too many extra rooms. And I want to save our keys as well, in case you're wondering why I'm not opening these golden chests. I want to save our keys, because there is a small chance now we could actually make it to the chest. All we got to do is beat Isaac. I think we have a terrible chance of doing that. But who knows, maybe we get like one lucky card drop and our fortunes reverse a little bit or something. There's our secret room. Could have like an Ankh in it, or a 1-up. I guess, no, an Ankh would still be better, even though we wouldn't get Polaroid invincibility. Actually, this is one of the rare situations, now that I look at it, where an Ankh and a 1-up are probably like exactly balanced. But either way, we just have money. And myself, hey me! What's up, dude? Yeah, you're trolling me a little bit here. What a fitting appearance in that room, given our circumstance. That's bad damage. That could have been bad damage as well. Just gotta take out some of them so that our dodging becomes, you know, an order of magnitude easier. And there's our Spirit Heart back. Were it not for the Miter, we would be 1,000 times fucked right now, which is my favorite Meryl Streep movie. You probably haven't seen it, though. It's on the Brazzers Network tonight at 6:90 o'clock. Bad damage against an enemy I shouldn't be taking damage against, but he'll be dead. And then we just take these guys out from afar. Thank God we've got the umbilical cord. I don't know what I would do without it at this point. There's our boss. Okay. I foresee a future in which I take damage on this room. Like, a lot of it, yeah. I was trying to plant a bomb to like, deal with crowd control. Not as easy as you'd think. Alright, that pill, I think we've seen it before, which tells me that it's probably not very good. Oh, lucky me. Alright, do we have any chance to beat Isaac in this situation? I almost think we've reached our ceiling. This is as far as we go, but shot speed down. Hey, there we go. Maybe that's gonna do it for us. Alright, come on, let's make this work. We do have one orbital. Nothing to sneeze at, right? One orbital, 4 poison bombs. That's not very good. Polaroid would have helped us here, you know? Instead of taking that HP upgrade in the form of stem cells, if we had taken the Polaroid, we would actually have a much better chance. There's a lesson learned. Oh, we're out of bombs. Yeah, that's a very big lesson learned, actually. Take the Polaroid when you get it, man. We would have had like 5 periods of permanent Polaroid invincibility, or 4 periods of permanent Polaroid invincibility here, instead of no periods of permanent Polaroid invincibility and a loss. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run. Not very community remixy, but I hope to alleviate that in the next episode. And of course, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.